Good morning, Hoosiers, and welcome to Times News 24/7, brought to you by the Noblesville Times Online in living color from the Times studio. I'm Stu Clampett with your top headlines for Wednesday, April 20th, 2011. Today's news is brought to you in part by the Indiana Poison Center. Children act fast, so do poisons. Call the Indiana Poison Center at 1-800-222-1222 for poison prevention tips and treatment advice provided free 24 hours a day. In our top story today, lightning filled the skies. Hamilton County was belted with high winds and heavy rain Thursday evening. At 10:11 p.m., the Times News gathering partners at Wish TV8 sent out messages of tornado warnings issued by the National Weather Service in Indianapolis. As of press time, the only damage reported to the Times from the weather was possible roof damage on homes in Sheridan. Hamilton County was also able to avoid losing electricity for downed power lines as of press time. According to paulpoteet.com, after two waves of severe weather moved through Indiana Tuesday, Indianapolis's one-day precipitation total was 3.06 inches, and significant river flooding remains a threat around I-70, especially since the big rain is possible again on Friday. Overall, there were 32 reports of tornadoes in 6 states from Oklahoma to Ohio, but none in Indiana. Additionally, the state police have released flood safety tips to help keep citizens safe. You can see today's Times for details on that. In other news, Sheridan voters had the opportunity to meet the candidates who will be on the ballot for the upcoming primary election on Tuesday night as the Sheridan Chamber of Commerce hosted a candidates forum from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Sheridan Community Center. Voters are given the opportunity to learn about the candidates for town council and clerk treasurer and to hear about their platforms as the candidates answered questions from moderator Parvin Gillum and the audience. A list of contested upcoming primary races is available on our website and in today's print edition of the Noblesville Times. The Noblesville Parks Department is accepting registration for their award-winning summer camp. That program will be open to children ages 4 to 12 with limited sessions available for ages 2.5 to 4. These half-day camps are loaded with fun, but at the same time a wonderful opportunity to learn. 2 camps are offered this summer. Forest Park hosts the nature-based camp, and Dillon Park, located at the northeast corner of Hazel Dell Road and 146th Streets, boasts the Sports and Games Day Camp. For descriptions and session dates and times, you can visit cityofnoblesville.org/parks, or you can call the Parks and Recreation office at 770-5750. Our Lady of Grace High School Youth welcomes the public to its annual reenactment of Christ's Passion by the high school youth at noon on Friday. At the church at 9900 East 191st Street in Noblesville, large crowds are expected for this moving event documenting Jesus' trial until crucifixion. Also, the public is invited to learn more about wellness within the community as the Noblesville High School hosts its second wellness extravaganza from 6 to 8 p.m. on Thursday. The event, open to the community, will offer a variety of physical activities, samples of healthy foods, health screens, and information about summer sports camps, local fitness groups, and overall lifestyle opportunities within the Noblesville schools and community from professionals. The Wellness Extravaganza is free, and the public should enter the Noblesville High School main campus at 18111 Cumberland Road in entrance number 1, 2, and 18. The Westfield Washington Board of School Trustees unanimously approved a new contract for the Westfield Classroom Teachers Association Tuesday morning. The new contract is effective April 19, 2011 through December 31, 2013. The contract provides a 0.5% increase in salary and minor language changes. Also, the Hamilton North Chamber of Commerce will host the annual May Dinner Tuesday, May 10th at Alice's Restaurant at 100 West Main in Arcadia. Social time is 6:30 to 7 p.m. with the meal, program, and entertainment from magician Jeff Smith. Beginning at 7 p.m., the cost is $25 per person and must be paid prior to the dinner. May 2nd is a reservation deadline, and you can make your reservations by calling the Chamber office at 984-4079. Sports and local weather with Indiana's weatherman Paul Poteet are both up next.
Is that thing getting closer? Look how high that thing's going. Look out there, look at the debris.
Give me the camera.
No, just drive, I've got it.
Zoom in, zoom in.
I can't believe this is happening.
Oh, the size of that thing.
It's everywhere.
Are you getting this?
Yeah, I've got it. What was that?
It's the National Guard.
How'd they get here so fast?
I don't know.
Pull over! Pull over!
Do you have what it takes to head into the heart of the storm? Check out NationalGuard.com.
From Studio B, I'm meteorologist Paul Poteet, Indiana's weatherman, who still has you, but is minus a crabapple. Just over my shoulder, if I would go look out that window that's behind me, which is a real window, one place that I used to be able to look and see crabapple blooms. I can now see the blooms next to the grass this morning. So a little Hamilton County wind damage perhaps for you as you look around. We'll start off by talking a little bit about the storm yesterday, which ended up being a two-parter as expected. The first part, though, was a little more early afternoon, right around lunchtime, than it was mid to late afternoon. The energy got going a little bit earlier and translated into a round of showers and thunderstorms that may have kind of helped put the lid on things later on, though, with leftover clouds that really didn't start breaking until about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Now in Illinois, especially in downstate Illinois, where they had temperatures that were well into the 60s and 70s, they did have the sun. They did get destabilized nicely, helped set the stage for tornadoes there. But here in Indiana, although the Weather Service put out quite a few tornado warnings last night, no reports of any actual tornadoes, but plenty of straight line wind damage over my shoulder and everywhere you look. I'm sure there'll be some trees and or at least some limbs and some twigs that'll be down. I'm going to start by showing you a map of the storm reports from the Storm Prediction Center all over the place. Wind reports stretching from Pennsylvania down in toward Texas. And you see the red dots. Those are areas with tornadoes. And again, none reported here in Indiana, but there were quite a few into Illinois. We did have some high winds and some heavy rainfall too. The Indianapolis airport measuring 3.06 inches of the stuff from yesterday. So that's kind of a look at where we were then. Today, across the area, things will be much quieter, obviously. The severe weather focus rides along that cold front, so it moves down to the south, and they could have some rough weather today in eastern Texas and over in toward Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and into Georgia in front of said front. Now, behind it, cooler air, still some leftover snow today in Wisconsin and Minnesota. That high pressure system that you see in South Dakota will move over us and clear things out for us tonight, but not before we endure kind of a cloudy day. This is a look at the forecast temperatures. Around here, I think the upper 40s, maybe 50 in Muncie, 47 in Lafayette, Indianapolis right around 50 degrees. And yes, at the bottom of the screen, it does talk about the potential of frost late tonight and tomorrow. Things will clear out tonight, frosty start, plenty of sun expected on Thursday, but Thursday night, here it comes on this chart. We'll show you a little side by side. That's where the weather goes downhill. Thursday night into Friday, showers and storms. And there's at least a risk that some of the storms that we get on Friday could reach severe levels. Slight risk on that, but it looks like some pretty good rainfall is possible. Again, significant river flooding will occur over the next few days south of I-70, that's for sure. And here is the forecast for some more rain and storm chances via paulpoteet.com. A high today, only 49. Will warm back into the mid and upper 50s for tomorrow. Tomorrow looks like your best day for a while. Then it's back to the storms as we roll into Friday. On Saturday and Sunday, chances of showers and storms remain, but will warm back into the mid 60s then. And it looks like maybe things will improve next week. Temps into the 70s. With quieter overall conditions. Today, quiet, chilly wind blowing, and only 49. Good Crabtree clearing weather. Hopefully you make it through the day okay. If you need more weather information at any time, as in breaking weather situations like last night, you can always visit my site, which is paulpoteet.com. There's more news from Hamilton County coming up as we continue here on Times News 24/7.
Each week, Terry Ditzler and Connie Thompson take a look at current events ranging from local to worldwide, from touchdowns to teenagers, tornadoes to tsunamis, and ask the question, where is God in all of this? Connie is the pastor and Terry is the intern pastor of New Joy Lutheran Church, located at 316 West 156th Street in Westfield. You can email them at joy@thetimes24-7.com. The journey begins only in the Times.
In a three-team track and field boys event Monday at Carmel Stadium, the host Greyhounds did a number on a pair of Hoosier Crossroads Conference teams. Carmel finished with 93 points, followed by Noblesville 39 and Lafayette Jeff 34. Carmel won all but 3 events. Noblesville did manage to capture 2 blue ribbons. While threatening weather was on the map for Tuesday, Fishers and Hamilton Southeastern decided to play a doubleheader at Fishers on Monday. It was a good decision for the Tigers, not so good for the Royals. Matt Cherry's Fishers club turned Hamilton Southeastern upside down by winning the opener 13-3 in 5 innings and capturing the nightcap 8-1. Fishers will return to action on Monday to HCC play, hosting Westfield. Southeastern will host Brownsburg on Thursday and then visit the Bulldogs on Friday. The Victory Field Classic, which is presented by the Indiana National Guard, returns for a 4th year with 4 Indiana high school baseball programs scheduled for doubleheaders on Saturday, April 23rd at Victory Field. Zionsville will face off against Noblesville in the first game before Cathedral and Lawrence Central battle in the second contest. Gates for the Victory Field Classic will be open at 5 p.m. with the first game starting at 5:30 p.m. and the second no earlier than 7:30 p.m. Admission is $5 and parking will be made available in the Victory Field parking lot for $3. Today's news was brought to you in part by the National Guard. In the National Guard, you serve your country as a soldier and you serve the people of your community. In the aftermath of a natural disaster, you bring food, supplies, medical aid, and most importantly, you bring hope. This is the moment to change your life and perhaps someone else's. Visit nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. That's your local news for Wednesday. For more information on these and other stories, visit our homepage or pick up a print copy of the Noblesville Times. For Times News 24/7, I'm Stu Clampett.